Winning a landslide victory in the Russian presidential election, Vladimir Putin led his enthusiastic supporters in a chant at a rally near the Kremlin. Hailing those who voted for him as a big national team, it appeared that electoral fraud was the last thing on people's minds here, despite the accusations swirling around Russia. Speaking to the media afterwards, Putin was also faced with questions about his long-term political ambitions.
So far, I'm not planning any constitutional reforms. As for the chairman of the government and the government as a whole, I've already said that I'm of course thinking about it. Changes will be announced after the inauguration.
Elsewhere in Moscow, presidential candidate Ksenia Sobchak, who ran on a pledge of anti-corruption and is a self-professed critic of the Russian president, blamed the result on low turnout by opposition supporters.
Many Russians didn't come to these elections, and this is very unfortunate because the 75% of Putin is due to those oppositional people who didn't come.
Sobchak is accused by some of helping Putin to feign competition in the election by standing for the opposition. Earlier in the day, opposition leader and anti-corruption campaigner Alexei Navalny, who was barred from running, even took the opportunity to claim that Sobchak had informed him a month ago about being paid to run, something which he vigorously denied. At his headquarters on election day, Navalny oversaw electoral monitoring by independent observers who cited reports of ballot box stuffing and forced voting in some parts of the country. Communist Party candidate Pavel Grudinin, who lagged far behind Putin at the polls, took second place. His result was better than expected, but he echoed the words of Navalny.
We clearly understand that, unfortunately, Alexei Navalny turned out to be right. No one can vote twice or even 3 times. We've seen such cases in the Moscow region. It's clear that the vote count and the whole of the election procedure was unfair.
Yet such criticism will now do little to undermine Putin in Russia as he heads into another 6-year term as president.